Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Enthusiasm is the very foundation of success in life. If a person is not having enthusiasm, he simply drags through the life. Like many of you come to the college, drag through the life. Isn't it? Because we have not discovered the basic element in life. Enthusiasm is expression. And what is expressing as enthusiasm is inspiration. Two things. Inspiration is within. Enthusiasm is when inspiration becomes activated, that is called as enthusiasm. And if we do anything not out of inspiration, but out of perspiration, such a person will stink in his life. Those people who have perspiration, never taking bath once in a week. There must be many students here, I guarantee you. They have learned it from the imported stuff. In the whole world, the country where maximum perfumes are used is France. There they never take bath. And therefore, to hide their perfume coming out, they have all the time perfume everywhere. And the funny part of the perfume, the one who applies the perfume, he or she doesn't get the benefit, others get the benefit. If you are inspired, you are absolutely relaxed, but perfectly alert. Two conditions. If you are tense, you are not inspired. See, we have to be inspired. And inspiration comes when we have recognized value of something. If we do not have the value about something, we will never be inspired. One example I'll give you. I was in BITS Pilani. You must have heard the name. Yes. I go there almost regularly. First time when I went about 15 years before, so there was one teacher. He was teaching yoga and physical education, games, all kinds of stuff. So he has heard me somewhere and he came to meet me. Swamiji, when you were there, I was a student, and when you used to teach us Gita, I was listening and I was very happy you have come over here. All that normal blah blah was over. Then he presented his case. Swamiji, I am very frustrated here. What should I do? I said, jump below the train. Finished. No, actually, the condition is, here there are so many facilities. The swimming pool is Olympic size. All the best equipments for everything is available. But not a single student comes for this. I get so disgusted here. I said, look here. Are you getting your salary? He said, yes. Relax. If you don't get salary, then you have a problem. See? Then I told him, if you want the students to get involved in this kind of activities, you have come to a wrong place. BITS Pilani is an institution where the top cream of the whole nation goes. They are the students who are admitted. They are not just Tom, Dick and Harry. They have to go through very strong competition. And most of them are 100%, 99%, that kind of students. So right from the time of taking exam and admission, they have their goal, what they want to achieve in life. See, from the first year onwards, their placement begins. That kind of students. Now when they have that kind of goal, higher goal in life, who will go and do the yoga? Who will go and start playing? If you want that type of students who are all the time body oriented, go to Patiala in Punjab. You know, this kneecap is called medically as patella. So patels, patella, same. So those whose brain has descended from the cranium to the patella, they are available in that Patiala. The name is also Now to that type of student, if you tell them, keep on lifting the weight and put it down, lift the weight, for what? See, but those whose the top floor is empty, they only can go into these physical activities. All the students who come over here, they are genius. They have something higher to be achieved in life. Nobody tells them you study, because they are inspired. Higher the goal in our life, more inspired we are. See, if our goal is a very useless kind of goal. Once I was traveling between Delhi and Bombay many years before. That time I was pretty young, smart, etc. This is not a joke, this is the truth. So, in that train, those days, you know, these AC cars have recently started. Now everywhere you get AC trains. So near the window there was one Sindhi gentleman sitting, overflowing his seat. I had a center seat, and on the aisle seat there was one young girl, and I was sandwiched between the two. See? Now you can imagine a Swami, a young Swami going by train, and even if I simply touch like this, immediately the chain will be pulled and it becomes a national news. So you can imagine how alert I had to remain. The whole night I was praying, Lord, oh Lord, I should not sleep, I should not sleep. But this pillow was pushing me from this side. Sindhi pushing me. And then in the morning at about 4, 5 o'clock, I had to go out to bathroom. So I said, excuse me, I had to go out. So I went out, came back. Then that girl also said, by the way, where are you going? I said, I don't go anywhere by the way, I go proper way. So she said, hey, you talk sense. I said, yes, I am not nonsense. Naturally, I had to also ask some formal questions. Then I asked, I said, you are going to Bombay, is it not? Because this train is going to Bombay. And you seem to be educated. Yes. So talk about yourself. What you want to achieve in your life? She said, I am an engineer. I am going for an interview. My dream is, I should have a beautiful house on the seaside, an intelligent, handsome, and devoted, obedient husband. I should have 2 children, a beautiful car, a fat bank balance, and then I will be happy. I said, you are talking about imaginations. For example, intelligent, handsome, obedient husband. This species is not created by Bhagwan. There is nothing like intelligent husband. Those who are intelligent, they never become husband. Example. Then I ask her, you are thinking about having two sweet little children. Children are never sweet. They are sweet only when they are small. And बचपन में गधे का बच्चा भी सुंदर दिखता है. So you are only living in imaginations. So do you want that happiness now or later? Do you want this happiness here or afterwards? Do you want this happiness to remain for a shorter period? Do you want this happiness to be dependent on things and beings? Do you want this happiness with lot of efforts? Or you want to be effortlessly happy? See? I said, what you are trying to do is an impossible thing. This is called as ashakyanushthan, impossible undertaking. Then what is to be done? See, friend. Then I told us, look here. Unless you have something higher goal in your life, you will never be inspired. And an inspired person is never tired. Inspired person never have any problems because he takes every problem as a challenge. You must have seen this hurdle race. Once I was seeing this hurdle race in some village along with one old lady. I went to my friend's house. That lady was sitting in a cot. I also sat with her. I took her hand in my hand. Very old, dilapidated type of lady like the cot. So the TV was going on and that Olympic, that hurdle race was being shown. So I said, Mama, how do you like this thing? She said, Swamiji, why these people are putting those sticks in between? Remove them. Let these poor girls run. Now for this old lady, those obstacles were a problem. For the girls, they have chosen those obstacles and never taken them as a problem, but they have taken them as a challenge. See, inspiration is an ability to convert the spelling of problem into challenge. And when you take everything as a challenge, then only enthusiasm comes. See? Otherwise, there is no charm in life. Those people who do not have problems, they are either dead or they are good for nothing. See? Therefore, enthusiasm comes when we are seeking something higher in life. Don't be satisfied with small little things. If I get a scooter, I'll be happy. Useless. See, unless you think something big, you will never achieve something big. You have to dream, but not at night. During the daytime you dream. And don't dream about that I am going somewhere and one girl looks at me and she and throws a shoe and I catch it. Don't dream like that. If you have to dream, dream of achieving something extraordinary in life. See, friends, then this enthusiasm will be a byproduct of inspired existence. Friends, this enthusiasm is not limited only to your profession. See, the real success in life is not only professional achievements, but overall life. See, if we want to talk about our life, should we talk only about the waking experience? We also go through dream. We also go to deep sleep. So when you talk about life, everything has to be included. In the same manner, enthusiasm is not only in your professional area, but it also must percolate in and through every department of activities of your life. See? So what will happen? Now see, you must be knowing there is something called as catalytic agent in chemistry. What that agent does, he doesn't get utilized. He remains as it is. But he speeds up the process, chemical process, and remains untouched. Apply the same principle. Enthusiasm is possible when you are inspired. So take example, ordinary husband and inspired husband. Ordinary student and inspired student. Ordinary mother, inspired mother. Ordinary teacher, inspired teacher. This inspiration is a common denominator for all expressions of life. And if you are inspired, you will be enthusiastic about it. Otherwise, pata nahi kya karna hai. No, you must have experienced this thing. That teacher who doesn't inspire us, that teacher who doesn't motivate us, we don't like that subject also. See, I'll tell you an example. I am not educated like you all. When I was studying as a child, we had to study Sanskrit. And that Sanskrit teacher was a very terrible monster. And that time only I had decided I will never study Sanskrit. The reason being I didn't like the teacher. And why I didn't like the teacher? The teacher himself is not inspired. See, friends, if the teacher is inspired, the students are motivated. And when the students are motivated, together they become an inspiration and productive field for anybody. See, my friends, therefore, enthusiasm is expression of dormant inspiration in our heart. Enthusiasm has to be correctly understood, separate from excitement. Enthusiasm is not excitement. Many places when we go, people get excited. I don't know why, but they do get excited. In one house I went for taking food. As I told you last time, going to people's houses and taking food is one of my professional hazards. I had to go and eat. So when I went there, those ammas get excited sometime. And then after my food was over, I went home. Then I got a call from, Swami, you didn't tell me. I said, what should I tell you? I told the food was good. What more you want me to say? Because I had to, that is also requirement. And that I tell normally before eating food. Because after eating I had to tell lies. And how can I tell the lies? Swamiji, there was no salt in the dal and you didn't tell me. And there was too much of salt in the sabji that you didn't tell me. I am feeling so bad when I am eating. It is so horrible to eat. How did you eat? I said, okay, I'll tell you that. I was mixing the dal and sabji. The average salt was okay. Why didn't you tell me? And why this happened? I said, Mama, this happened because you were excited. Excitement is not enthusiasm. In excitement, we lose our balance. See, enthusiasm is a balanced participation with full involvement. That is enthusiasm. And it can come only if we are at peace with ourselves. See, friends, last time we did some experiment, this time also we will do that. What is the locus of enthusiasm? See? Is it in the knee? Is it in the back? Is it in the head? Where it is? Like, where is the kidney? Kidney kahan hogi yaar? We know where is the kidney. In the same manner, when we talk about enthusiasm, where is enthusiasm? Then we can work on it. See? So, all of us function exclusively through only one instrument. And that instrument is our mind. We have to mind our mind. If we can mind our mind, enthusiasm is a byproduct. See, like we keep the cows for milk. We don't keep the cows for cow dung. Cow dung comes free. Isn't it? Nobody keep the cows. I want to keep for the cow dung. No. Even if you are from Haryana, you will not do that. See? So, this mind, which is the very instrument through which we are either inspired or depressed, we are enthusiastic or lazy. Contrary. All these things are existing only in the mind. See. Now be attentive, I am taking you deeper in your personality. Mind is a bridge on the river of life. Like every river has two banks, in the same manner, the river of life has two banks. One is consciousness, other is matter. Nobody constructs a house on the bridge. Bridge is meant for traveling on both the directions. So we are all, when we are conducting business of life, we are all living on the bridge of mind. If mind is not available, nothing is available to us. Like last 22 minutes I have been talking to you. Out of 22 minutes, how many minutes you have heard me? Huh? Even this is not heard. Because the mind has gone already somewhere. This is how it happens many times, when the audience is listening. Suppose somebody has lost somewhere and all that, thinking about something, and some joke happens. Everybody laughs. And this fellow doesn't know why everybody laughs. So he asks the next person, hey, what happened, what happened? Then he tells him the joke, and then later, like a tube light. The reason is, mind is not available. See friends, this is one of the most important things. If you have to be full of enthusiasm, your mind must be available to you whenever you want, for whatever job you want, for whatever length of period you want, and with total freedom. These four factors put together is the birth of enthusiasm. Now, why enthusiasm doesn't happen? Because the question is, where this mind is tied down. See, mind has a choice to get tied down to anything. First thing that the mind does, it is easier for the mind to get tied down to the matter. So we get naturally attracted towards the things. The steps are Janati, Ichhati, Karoti. Knows, desires and does. Three things. That which is not known by the mind, we don't desire that. See? Like during the maybe 11, 12 o'clock, when everybody has gone to work or school, then these matas are at home, then they will be opening the TV, channel 18, telemarketing. And then they are exposed to something, potato cutting machine. And they give all the details. In 5 minutes, you can cut 5 kilograms of potato perfectly same size pieces. Normally, the price is 21,000 rupees. But if you dial right now on this number, it will be 2100 rupees. So that knowledge has come. Then Ichhati, desires. Why not dial? And you dial, and next day the machine comes. Ichhati. Now that machine has come. How many of you are at home? Hum do, hamara koi nahi. Only 2 of them. Now that 5 kilograms of potato having cut, what will you do with that? And then you have to call the people. See, we have got a machine and unnecessarily. So what is the technique? The first we know, then we desire, and then we act. So to what our mind is exposed. If our mind is exposed to the worldly things, the mind will be desiring only that. Friends, we all take care of things around us. What should be the type of house we should have? Then what type of color pattern to the walls? What type of drapery we should have? What type of furniture we should have? What type of food we should eat? Organic food. This I have never understood till date. Is there something called inorganic food? But people get mad after organic food. And then they'll be talking about cholesterol and the calories. Then they'll be talking about matching clothes, red nail polish, toes, red, whatever you call that, pant, red shirt, red bag, red.com. Because matching, how much time and energy we spend on that. Then we are concerned about our figure. Now tell me, what care we have taken about keeping the quality of our mind in our life. We talk so much about food. You should eat vegetarian food, you should not eat this thing, all that. And this is a great fun, that's how I enjoy my life. When you go to the places, they will be talking, Swamiji, I know you must be taking vegetarian food. I said, yes, I tell you. The other, you don't take non-vegetarian? I said, no, I am also vegetarian. As if it is something great. All the cows and buffaloes are vegetarian, so what? But there also, I am a vegetarian. And there is a third person. He thinks these two are just ordinary. I am superior than them. Therefore, I am a vegan. Then you have to tell with a style. I am a vegan. Vegan, you know, the one who doesn't take the dairy products. He will not be allowed to enter Gujarat. See, friends, how much care we take about what we should feed to our body. Be attentive. What kind of food we give to our mind. See, friends, one of the most important literature or the thoughts we should give to our mind on a daily basis is the biographies of the great people in this world. Read every day something great. I am not telling only Mahatma Gandhi. Take anyone, doesn't matter. And see how they have lived something great in their life. You will be definitely having an enthusiasm to achieve something in life. See, friends. And once you get inspired by that, once you get motivated by that, your enthusiasm will never go down. Therefore, the beginning is, first, let us not be slave to our own body. When the mind gets totally identified with the body, then all the time we think and talk about only three things: laziness, sleep, and repeating the same mistakes again and again. Three things. See, first of all, laziness. Very close friend of ours. What we can do tomorrow, why do it today? And why bother for tomorrow, yaar, parsu karenge? No. Procrastination is the biggest obstacle because of which we are not enthused to do jobs in life on time. To come out of the procrastination, try one technique, which I follow. I am not telling out of my hat. I don't have. See? One technique. Never leave anything for tomorrow to be completed. Today's job must be complete before we go to sleep. May what happen. Make it a firm resolution. See, friends, all your laziness will go away. Like, he told, here only it happened in Gujarat. In Ahmedabad, AMA, I was sitting, and one of my books, somebody told me, Swami, please give your autograph. I wrote and gave. So the person who was in front of me said, Swami, do you know for whom you signed the book? I said, I don't know, I don't have eyes behind. Then he is a literary giant of Gujarat. Then I got up, I said, hey, I'm so sorry, I don't know you. So he came in front. I said, please sit down. Then I sat. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't know you. Please tell me something about you. He said, no, I want to ask you one question. He said, I have read, as the people say, a lot. And your commentary on Ishavasya Upanishad that we brought out as the cultivating mind. That is the topic of that book. I have read so many books, but nowhere I have seen such a beautiful approach to Ishavasya Upanishad. Then he said, where do you get time from? You are so much running around the world. I said, this is very simple. Suppose this room has got insufficient light. What we do? We add bulbs. Is it not? I said the same technique I follow. On one wall there is one clock. That clock gives me 24 hours. That is not enough. So I put another clock on another wall. So I get in one day 48 hours. But that is not enough. Then I put another clock in the third wall. So I get more 24 hours. Friends, if we are short of time, it simply means we are neither inspired, nor we are motivated, nor we have enthusiasm. Shortage of time is a clear declaration of our incapacity or inefficiency. See, friends, about this I'll give an example. Why we are not enthusiasm oriented in life. Yesterday I mentioned this in Adani institution. There was one girl sitting in one of my talks and she used to write down. Look at me also and keep writing. So after the lecture was over, when she came to do namaskar, I said, hey, you tell me, are you a steno, shorthand expert? How do you know? I said, don't worry about it. She said, yes, I am. I said, I want to ask you a question. General knowledge, this is how I have learned everything. You must be very lucky, isn't it? Don't have to think at all. Whatever the boss tells, write down, tuck, 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 finish it up, relax. Isn't it? Swamiji, you are wrong here. I said, why? She told her story. She said, my boss, when he comes to office, first thing he does by default is ring the bell. So I go. Before he comes, I already opened all the mail and kept on his table. He'll take the first letter and start dictating. With reference to this letter, so and so. We are extremely happy to receive your valued order and the things will be delivered as per the schedule divided by you. We again thank you very much. And I go to my room. Those days there were no laptops, only typewriters. So by the time I sit down to start, again the bell rings. Again I go. First draft, cancel it. Second draft you take. In that, because of perpetual electricity failure and the labor unrest, it will not be possible for us to provide the things as you needed. However, you can deposit 90% advance and suffer silently. Second, action on the same topic. Then I put the paper. And by this time I started tuck, 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 again the bell rings. Cancel that. Anyway, tomorrow I am going on leave. Why worry? Let him take the decision. Such people, those who do anything twice, they are short of time. In one go, things must be finished. And that is possible only if you are inspired, you are motivated, you have got enthusiasm, then only you can conquer the time. See, friends, otherwise the same thing we keep on, oh, I think it's not good. No, in one go. Then you are really leading a decent life. Otherwise, we are slaves of our own inefficiency. And this happens when we get something that we don't deserve. See, friends, therefore, when the mind is not able to focus on any job with commitment, then enthusiasm is not born. Now this mind, when it becomes too much identified with the body, the mind will be always thinking in relation to body. It cannot go beyond it. And what will happen as a result? Maximum either go to gym or start doing yoga. All these yoga fellows, they are all the time talking only about the health. Health cannot be the goal of life. What will you do with a healthy body? You are all healthy. Simply sit like a Ganpati Bappa. Or I am healthy. What next? To have a good car cannot be the goal of life. What for the car is? But you will see most of us get lost only in this health. We should be healthy, but health cannot be the goal of life. You will see all our terrorist bandhus, they are all healthy. Have you seen or heard anywhere one terrorist came with a gun in the hand and tell the other person, "Yaar, pakad thori kamar mein lachak aa gayi." No! What will you do with the health? But you will see most of us get lost only in this health business. Such people can never have enthusiasm for something higher. They are all the time thinking only about the health. And in the old days, the fun happens. See? The success in life, when you are a child, 6 months, success is you are able to turn from the back to the side. Success. When you are 2 years child, the success is now you don't go for pee in the bed. Then you are 4 years of age, now you can walk independently. Success in life. When you are 7 years age, you have now started going to the school with mummy or the servant. Success in life. When you are 12 years of age, success is that you can come back home without forgetting the road. When you go to the class 8, 9, then you remember all the alphabets without any difficulty. When you go to college, say 20 years, success is you have passed your graduation. When you are 25, success is you got a good job. When you are 30, you got married, success. When you are 40, you are taking care of your wife and children. When you are 55, your success is, I don't require glasses to read. When you are 70, success is that I can walk independently 10 miles every day. Success. When you are 80, I don't need anybody around me. I do all my jobs. When you are 85, success is, now I don't pee in my bed. We started from day one and this is the success. Only body-oriented success. See, friends, and such people who all the time spending life only on body. One man was the victim of Ramdev Baba. And he did a lot of yoga, and he lived for 125 years. Because he was doing yoga, he went to the heavens after death. And after he went to the heavens, he saw all beautiful apsaras around. You know, in our Hindi language, government officers are called as apsar. So, he saw all apsaras around. And he was regretting, oh God, why did I delay coming here? What will you do by living healthy, long life? That cannot be the goal of life. So, raise your mind above the body identification. See, friends, otherwise whole life goes only in that body. See? Then what should be there? There should be a higher goal in life. Then you are having inspiration, enthusiasm. If the goal is higher, lower things automatically drop. See, here in Maninagar, few years before, when I finished my lecture, I was coming down. A youngster like any one of you, he came, just I was getting down from the dais, he came, Swamiji, I got a question. I said, let me get down. With his helmet like a baby, he said, what is wrong if I run after girls? I said, nothing wrong, run. He expected I will give him a sermon. No, my dear, you should not run after girls, you should run after buffaloes. He was so confused. No, you are not understanding. I said, I am understanding. There is nothing wrong if you run after girls. If you are afraid you want a company, I can join you. I am free. He got more confused. I don't know how to tell you. You are not understanding. I said, my dear friend, you have not understood what is your problem. Your problem is your mind doesn't cooperate with you. When you want to study, your mind runs here and there. When you want to do something, mind is never available. Therefore, you are frustrated of your totally indisciplined mind. That is your problem, is it not? Yes, I think that is my problem. Even that we don't know. Then I told him, if you want to control your mind, have enthusiasm, inspiration in life, search or seek something higher in life. Higher the goal in life, lower things automatically drop. See? Like we are all the slaves of our tongue. Our tongue is an organ which becomes first activated in life and becomes deactivated only at the time of death. One old man on the deathbed, doctor has told his children, now take your Babuji at home, this is the last time. So the Babuji was brought home and he was lying on the deathbed And the children said, Babaji, doctor told now there is no way, you have to leave. So do you have any last desire that you want us to fulfill before you die? Babaji says, see, the doctor did not allow me to eat for last 6 months anything. Okay, now, at least now you give me chicken. So what was the last thought? Chicken. Next life he will be born as caw, 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 caw. The last thought of our mind is our blueprint for the next life. See? Because we are so much slave to our tongue. Whole life spent only on this. See, friends. But if you see those girls who want to walk the catwalk, although they are born as human beings, but their aim is to walk like a cat. There are some girls, you must have seen, all these models. Now those who want to walk that catwalk, they have to have control on their tongue. So they don't eat food, they calculate calories. And after every bite, they go and stand on the scale. How much is it? Oh, 0.01 gram has increased. And when we stand on the scale breaks. Oh God. No control. Because we have not fixed any goal in our life. See, friend, enthusiasm, inspiration. Higher the goal, more you are inspired. Higher the goal, more you have got inspiration and enthusiasm in life. Therefore, friends, enthusiasm, etc., cannot be purchased from the market, nor can it be injected as a vaccine. It has to be discovered. Meaning what? We all have it. But we are not able to discover that. For that, fix something higher goal. Now, what should be the goal in life? Next question comes. See? Your material goals, you are all expert. I don't have to tell you. I'll tell you what I have chosen in my life. Like anybody who gets on the spiritual path, actually this is called a spiritual path, but many people ask us questions. Swami ji, please don't mind, आप इस लाइन पर कब से आए? That day I was surprised, spiritual path is a line or what? Then I give them the answer in their language. जब से लाइन मारना छोड़ दिया इस लाइन So when you are walking the spiritual path, normally everybody has that funny notion to see God realization. I also had the same thing. Once I was in Calcutta, I was interviewing some students for the studies of Vedanta. So, one student, after interview was over, he said, Swamiji, I want to ask you some question. I said, please ask. He said, have you seen God? I said, why should I tell you? It's my personal thing. No. Vivekananda also asked the same question to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, therefore I am asking. I said, you may be Vivekananda, I am not Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. See, friends. So we all have this funny notion. Spiritual path means something should, abnormal things happen. You stand, suddenly Bhagwan Krishna comes in front of you and asks, hey, do you have chocolate? Give me one. This is not going to happen. The same thing I had. I should have the vision of God. And you go on imagining. Then when you sit quiet, then you imagine God has come, God has come, God has come. And you think that you have been sitting in meditation for last 10 years and you look into the watch, it is 3 seconds. Oh God. I thought I have been sitting in meditation for so long. These are all the mental hallucinations. See, friends, thereafter, I happened to be in Calcutta only with some Mahatma. And he was pretty old that time. He had all the physical problems. He had cancer of the lower intestine. He had cataract. His body was very huge. He had no control over himself because of the ill health. We took him physically slowly and made him sit on the dais. Then he told like an innocent child, "Hey, keep my lungi, everything properly. People will think that I don't have manners." He didn't know even how to control himself. So ill he was. And in that crowd, there was such a indisciplined crowd. Anybody will get up in between and then come, somebody will put chandan on his head, somebody will put mala, and somebody will bring one apple, put on the book, and somebody will do pradakshina, and that was satsang. When it was going on, I was young that time. I used to feel I should get up and give heat to everybody. So much angry I was. But I saw that Mahatma, he was so cool, quiet, undisturbed, like a rock. And in that chaos, one person got up and he read a question paper. Maharaji, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 questions he read. And this Mahatma was cool, sitting quiet, undisturbed with anything. After the questions were over, then he restated those questions in such a manner which included all the answers. In one go, not twice. That day I told Bhagavan Krishna, hang around. I am not in a hurry. If something has to be achieved as a human being, be attentive. Don't try to become a Mahatma. Remain as a human being. Becoming Mahatma is easy. Go to any shop, purchase this kind of clothes. You are a Mahatma. When I was in China, there I get a very great, I become a point of attraction among the ladies because of my wooden shoes. Hey, it's new. Yes. What it is? It is a designer's piece, And then among the gents, because of the beard, they say, because they have got only one hair somewhere. So one person asked me in English, he said, since how long you are growing the beard? I said, right from childhood. Oh. So to become a Babaji, to become a Swami, to become a Mahatma, it is not an act of commission. When you stop shaving, it grows automatically. It is an act of omission. We don't have to become Mahatmas. Let us remain human. That I learned from that great master. And what is being human? Be attentive. You are at peace with yourself. A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. A person who is at war with himself or herself cannot be at peace with the world. Think. And a person who is at peace with himself talks minimum to himself. See, friends, now we are working on the mind. Mind is no more allowed to get lost in the body identification, not allowed to get lost in the cheap things of this life, but something higher. Now, what is the highest goal? Keep this as the highest goal. Under any condition, the equanimity of our mind must not be compromised. This is the message of Bhagavad Gita. Whether you follow Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga or Jnana Yoga, anything you follow. In Karma Yoga, Bhagavan says, Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. When you do something, yes, sometime you will win, sometime you are defeated. It is natural. Sometimes you gain, sometimes you lose. It is but natural. Sometimes you get happiness, sometimes misery is natural. Then, samo bhutva. Important is not what is happening outside. Important is how you are inside whatever is happening outside. That is important. So that day onwards, the whole life's direction changed. No more getting lost in this world, but remain in tune with the peace within. Be attentive. When you are at peace with yourself, be very attentive. You are as a manufacturer's piece right from the factory. Now understand this. Once I went to somebody's house and wife was cooking, and when I went, husband was having his iPhone and he was talking to himself that, oh God, these people take so much of money. See, this iPhone is hanging every time it starts. So when she said like this, he said like this, wife was very happy. She said, you always complain about everything in this world. You don't know how to handle the phone. So when I saw their dialogue of love going on, that very moment I entered. So she said, oh, Swamiji has come. You ask him, he will tell you. Look here, iPhone and Swami. So he said, Swamiji, this is assignment for you. My wife told you have to do it now. I said, look here. Start, yes, it starts. Further it doesn't go. I said, never mind. Go to settings. He went to settings. I said, scroll down. He scrolled. I said, there is one option, restored factory settings. You click that. Now there are two options. All the data will be erased. Yes and no. Press S. He did yes. All the data was removed. Then I said, now restart. He restarted. It started working very well. What happened? I said, look here. We all have to restore our factory settings. Why that machine was hanging? Because free download. We keep on downloading so many apps. We keep on downloading so much of data. Like many of you must be suffering from this thing. The virus these days is this WhatsApp. Any same message comes to you from 20 people, same message. And you keep on accumulating. And there is no place. And then you want to take a picture, a message comes, there is no enough space. And then you go to that fellow, kya ho gaya hai yaar? He takes 100 rupees from you and does nothing, deletes that. That's it. In the same manner, in our life, we have downloaded unwanted information because of which we hang up. And therefore, there is no enthusiasm. Return back to your factory settings. In factory settings, we are innocent, we are cheerful, we don't have ego, we don't struggle. On the contrary, a child is happy over silly things. For us, we require a reason. One day, one person came. So I asked him, hey Gupta ji, what is wrong with you? Today you are happy? See, when somebody is miserable, we don't ask because it is natural. When somebody is happy, it is a surprise. How come you are happy? Because we are seeking happiness outside. We have not discovered happiness inside. Therefore, why we are not having enthusiasm to lead a dynamic life is only because we have unnecessarily downloaded and stored so much of unwanted data. Delete it completely. Empty yourself, and then you see the joy of life. See, friends, so much information not required. And when you have got too much of information, you can't enjoy life. See, take an example. Suppose you know little bit of classical music. Whether this is a Malakams or Shivaranjani or Hamsadhvani, suppose Mallar or Kedar, Yaman, these are the various ragas of music. Suppose you know a few of them. You go for listening to some music. Do you think you will enjoy that? You will be struggling. Yaar, ye Malakams hai ki Shivaranjani hai, and that floating hai, and you are simply worried about it. On the contrary, those who don't care, whatever rag it may be, enjoy and forget about it. See, friends, this happens because we keep unwanted data in our system. Now, last point. What is the unwanted data? Unwanted data is the past memories in the form of possessions and relations. Try not to bring your past in the present. You have nothing to talk. Whenever we talk to others, what do we talk? Only about the past. That is why oldies are not accepted in the youngsters. Who is the old person who refuses to live in the present? जब हम बच्चे थे, who cares? But oldies cannot live in the present. And they carry a huge burden on their head all the time. That is why they are bent. Remove that burden. Then you will be always relaxed, cheerful. And the second way to remain young, cheerful, keep the process of learning intact throughout your life. The signs of an old person is he refuses to learn anything. आप सीख के क्या करेंगे? Then everybody is happy. Come on, मरने वाला है. मरता भी नहीं. See, friends, keep learning, learning, learning. Doesn't matter what you learn, but learn something. And when you learn, be attentive. The child in you is still alive. And the child in us is the factory settings. And the child is happy over silly things. He doesn't require any special reason. He is on silly things. One small example to conclude. How the enthusiasm is discovered in the child, that is the point. I was having a big audience in Bombay. I still remember the name. It was called a Vaikuntha Society, a huge crowd, about 2,000 people. And all age groups. So when the lecture was going on, one small child, maybe about 4 years, 3 years, there were steps, about half a dozen, to come on the dais. So he came, he was climbing the steps, slowly, slowly, because he has recently learned how to climb the steps. And he was so happy. And he was looking at the audience, see, I could climb the steps. See? And then again he will get down, again he will climb, and he was enjoying that. What was wrong in that? But there was 190 not out sitting in the front. And that 90 not out got angry and scolded the child. Hey, chale ja. What are you doing there? The child was so happily playing. Why you should become miserable when somebody is happy? So I told him, uncle, why do you scold the child? If you want to climb, there are steps here also. Just to climb the step and come down, it was a joy for the child. Friends, you are enthusiastic only if you learn how to be happy over silly things. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.